And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Dan Soder.
Yeah, we got Christine, DJ Lou, and our Black King, the Black Tiger, Lewis Johnson. Home in Florida just for a little bit longer. Jacob Patat.
Yeah.
He's got to come back, though.
Hope you enjoyed it. We were on a conference call.
Soak it in.
You don't have to do things like that because you're in Florida gator hunting.
You should have been here.
I was on it, too.
Were you?
Yeah, he was listening.
What were we doing?
If you would ever pay attention to me on Zoom, you would see me on the phone.
Oh,
Never mind.
We weren't
give him
on
the
Zoom.
fan. Give
We
him
weren't
that
on Zoom.
shade.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, he was up on the screen.
Oh, on this Zoom. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't sitting. Well, I was sitting on camera, I guess. Another terrible angle, might I add. I noticed.
Dude, you should go full diva and just only demand great angles from all cameras, or else you won't go on air.
Just straight on me, man. Stop going from the side, sitting.
Well, they have to arrest him on these 1990 computer monitors. Computer? What the fuck
They
is
really
wrong
are.
with me?
This really does seem like
I think I have a brain tumor.
This does. These computers are computer shop at a school.
Yeah.
These are high school computers.
The screens were nice in 2004 when Sirius was about to open.
Oh, you're like, oh my God, are they flat? Are they on little arms?
Oh my God, how are
It was so
TVs this
amazing.
thin?
But now.
Well, the studio we're moving to when everyone comes back, Big Jim said, is equipped with cameras. So
Yeah.
you got a whole new room to worry about angles.
Yes. But
These will be
Those
gone.
will be fixed. It won't be a camera that I have to prop up on sort of the top of my monitor, but it doesn't actually clip on. And I want it to clip on. It has to block most of my view.
Yeah, look at my
It's
look at my
pretty
angle. It looks like it's hiding in papers. This looks like a spy shoot.
Yeah.
This is like what they try to bust people with. I have a bust on a fucking Dateline angle.
I do like that mine is really far away, though.
Yours is very far away, and mine looks like
Hi,
a hidden
Jacob.
camera.
Hey, Jacob, it's me, Jay, back here.
Look at the lines underneath my eyes. I look like the ghost of myself.
Yeah, none of us are getting away with anything good.
You have a little bit of a black eye.
Yeah.
Did you get decked?
Did Will
Bunny
hit
deck
you?
you?
Did Will hit you?
On that camera, I look fantastic.
You
Oh,
look
which
the same
camera?
on both cameras.
Nope.
Oh, on this. Oh, wait, he's running over. DJ Lou's running over to show you how good he looks on this camera. Yeah, dude, you do look. Whoa, is that Edward Furlong? And then you go back to your one, and it's, oh no, who abused Lou?
No, I think you look better on that camera. You look jaundiced over there.
I think he looks. I think he looks better on that one.
You're all bright.
You're not supposed to say you look. Jaundice isn't good.
Oh.
It means you're yellow.
Oh, I thought it
from
meant slim.
from rot.
you look
He goes, oh, you thought
jaundiced.
jaundice?
He goes, thank you.
Dude, thanks. I've been eating a lot of apples. At night.
Oh, I thank you.
I switched to natural
I think
sugars.
I'm low on iron.
Oh,
Okay.
but okay.
Okay.
I don't think my liver is eating itself.
Christine, we should be bringing up the Michelle A movie on Netflix.
Watched it with a blanket wrapped around me. True Lifetime fashion.
Oh, yeah. Did Katie watch it with you?
She had already thought she saw it, but I'm telling you right now, the opening voice, her voice,
Yeah.
Katie's like, I can't make it through that movie.
And she bailed.
Bailed.
Really?
I was just like, I'm going to watch it because it's an hour and a half. And I was
It's a little...
I mean, it is. When she first shows up and she's like, this is my life, it fucked me up. I was like, what? That's not coming out of that woman.
Well, did you tell her if she hung in there long enough, eventually you'd see that woman get punched in the face over and over again?
I didn't sell it like
I mean,
that.
if you hate her voice so much, don't worry. There's some repercussions.
I thought because we're both friends with Michelle Wolf, it would be easier to digest. But, oh, my God.
Yeah, don't worry. She gets spinning back fists the way you were hoping you could do if you heard that voice.
I mean, dude, she gets Jean-Claude Van Damme throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, he just punched her until she sang.
Well,
Should have told Katie she's not the only one that doesn't like her voice in that movie.
I mean, how hard is it? It's
Those
crazy.
guys,
Just hit play.
Well,
Because it's her doing a walk and talk. Like like it is a news piece, like it's a news magazine.
for
She
those who
talks to-
never,
Yeah, we give a little context.
who've never heard of her, yeah.
Yeah, a little bonfire context. Jay.
So, Michelle A. is the often forgotten baby's mama and girlfriend of Dr. Dre in the NWA era. And he produced, and I think wrote, her first, at least, hits. She had a couple hits, Nicety, and then, what's the one that I love? Do, 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 do. No More Lies. I think that's what it's called.
I'm too young to have remembered her. I don't remember her at all.
Song rips, though. Her hit
Yeah?
rips.
Play it. I mean, we'll
did
probably
last
come
week.
back with a couple.
But she was little, and apparently I found out from this movie, Baby's mother to Suge Knight as well.
Crazy. Also, didn't know. I mean, we're gonna get into the movie.
Yeah,
but so Michelle A was the woman basically in Ruthless Records.
She's the first.
She's the first female signee of Ruthless Records. Yeah. We're friends with NWA.
She's supposed to be like the Mary J. Blige bad boy.
Yeah, and then she went.
Well,
with,
I mean, that was later, but
yeah, but she went with Dre because she was his baby's mom to. Went to Death Row Records.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, there's a part, we'll obviously get to it. I cannot wait to watch unauthorized or not real Tupac rap when they show it.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I'm just mad in these streets. So mean to me.
Things going on.
It's not even a real.
Come and do.
I'm just going to talk like this. So,
with my poetry.
So Michelle A was in Ruthless Records dating Dr. Dre. This is around the time Straight Outta Compton came out. And she was wiped from the movie.
Yeah, she seems like such a badass to have been so forgotten. Like, I had no idea who she is. You didn't know who she is.
She was a badass. What are you talking about?
She was 0-16 against
she
Dre.
could take a punch, but I mean, she definitely didn't throw.
Who, Glass Joe?
She never connected.
Yeah, but as an artist, she was hanging with a pretty.
I mean, she was on a major
crew.
label. She was on a major label.
So she was getting beat up by Dr. Dre, but she was also like hanging with, some of the best artists at the time.
If you recall, Ice Cube tried to do that with Yo-Yo.
I don't remember that.
Remember Yo-Yo? Even threw her in the movie. She's even in Boys in the Hood.
I don't remember Yo-Yo, but I also didn't know that Michelle A went on tour with MC Hammer, which we'll get to in the movie. That's pretty cool.
MC Hammer.
Well, this movie is on Netflix, so you can watch it, called Surviving Compton. It is a Lifetime universe movie.
It is. I couldn't believe it.
It's an LMU.
I mean, it makes sense.
Totally, by the way the camera is. So this is always, when someone puts out a big biopic and someone's forgotten from it, they always got to answer with theirs. This is 100%.
The untold story.
Yeah, this is 100% a diss track on Dr. Dre.
Oh, yeah.
That's all this is. This is a fuck you, you're a piece of shit. Suge's not as bad as people think, but he's still scary.
Well, tell him
Until
the
the
biggest.
end.
Tell him the biggest thing. So if you recall, I think we've said this before on the show, but the big thing in Straight Outta Compton and all those movies that reference that stuff is that Suge Knight was like a whatchamacallit, one that he came in. I fucking forget what I was going to say.
You're talking about the thing that we talked about with the record deal.
Yes, Jerry Heller. That's
Jerry
what I was
Heller,
gonna say. Jerry Heller, he's the villain in all of that. He was
And
trying
Straight
to
Outta
break up
Compton,
NWA.
fabulously played by Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, that's right. Your cohort.
My cohort, my old buddy, my old work pal.
But this movie gives a whole different perspective on that. And I'm telling you, if you have to believe a story, there's Eazy-E's story, there's Dr. Dre's story, there's Ice Cube's story. I think her story makes the most sense of all of it.
There's parts of her story that you're like, that absolutely is the truth.
She says,
and it's also
she dedicates the movie to Jerry Heller.
There's also a part of the movie where you could just see when she brings up all of Dre's problems. Why, when he got a major studio to do the NWA movie, he was like, yeah, we're going to edit some of that out.
Yeah, for
Mostly
sure.
Michelle A. He's like, who? I don't know who she is. I would be
He
very...
goes, that was your human punching bag of a girlfriend you had? He goes,
oh.
I don't remember.
She's in my phone as Everlast. I would want to go back and watch Straight Outta Compton to see how they erased her, because now you know where she was.
Well, he said he's got a bunch of like baby's mamas, so she's just one of them.
Yeah, you're right. In the movie, in Michelle A movies, though, when he shows up at her mom's house and she's like, "How many do you got?" and he's like, "Before you 2, 3," and you're like, I out loud.
By the end, he goes 4,
5,
6.
Crazy. And that's why it makes so much sense. Bonfire Universe makes so much sense when you realize that Dre's son is in that song with Corey Feldman, because you're like, yeah, which one?
I
Yeah,
had
probably.
no idea Dr. Dre had that many kids until this movie.
No, either did I. I thought he had
It'd
like
be great
3.
if that's Michelle A's son.
Dude, look it up.
It's possible.
Well, no, because
Look-
didn't that one not know Dr. Dre was the
Till he
dad
was
until he was
12.
like 12? So
Yeah.
Michelle A's son knew
Michelle-
Dr. Dre.
No, she might have kept him away and not said anything. She may have said it was for somebody else.
Tracy that. Dr. Dre's your daddy.
You guys, if you are sick of that voice, just turn off the show and we'll see you on Monday.
No, grow the fuck
'Cause
up.
You're going to get a healthy amount of that high-pitched Michelle Wolf kind of voice.
But you're gonna hear her get. I mean,
we're
just
gonna play it.
dragged like fucking like the Hulk beat up Loki.
It really was. Dre was just slamming her.
I mean,
It's almost
The music video is one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Oh,
as far
with
as
the
just
sweater?
like
I was telling you about it.
Just like a hilarious, like, all right, dude. Does
Yeah.
everything require a good old sock to the jaw?
This guy really Fonzie's everything.
Did you watch it, Lou?
No.
I mean, it's really like, she's like, I don't think I like this sweater. He's like, oh, let's go talk about it back here. Usually,
That's crazy. I think I got a one.
Yeah.
I think I got a
and
one.
then she comes out like, I'll wear the sweater.
Oh, it fits perfect.
He goes, I got a 1-2-1 that's going to tell you that that's your favorite sweater on the rack.
The
Let's.
sweater's kind of itchy. Dre picked it.
Oh,
He goes,
never mind.
Oh yeah, because Easy or something goes like, well then change the sweater, and she's like, Dre picked it out. He's like,
Everything.
He's like, that's cool. Excuse me. Can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah.
She's like-
Michelle A, can I have your ear real quick?
and everyone sits there and just does it when they hear the noise of her getting hit. They just do like the eye squeezes, like the, ooh.
He has 9 kids. Dre has 9 kids.
Is that all?
That's it,
Lou
dude.
just sent me this.
Oh, Pop Dre,
Oh, Grandpapa.
Andre Jr. Is that? That's not who the one. No, Curtis is the one.
No, you
right?
remember Marcel? Marcel is the son with Michelle A because she keeps going.
Say his name.
Oh yeah,
His name is Marcel, but you never say it.
Curtis is the one that's with. Curtis and Dre didn't meet until 20 years after his birth.
Damn.
And he became a rapper under the name Hood Surgeon, but now he's just back to Curtis Young. Now they found out he's using his dad's name for sure.
Oh yeah.
Or you should have called it like Nurse Dre or something. RN.
Pediatric Dre. Yeah.
Trauma Nurse Dre.
Dude, I'm pharmacist Dre. I didn't go to all the way through medical school, but
Or Dr. Kurt.
Dr. Kurt sounds more like a child's doctor than it does.
Dr. Kurt.
I'm Dr. Kurt. Or it
Dr.
makes me
Curtis?
think of Kurt Metzger being like, your prescription's in. Go ahead, take it. I took half.
You have a very rare blood disease.
Sorry, I took half your pills. I'm going to sleep.
Hey, everyone. Sorry.
Sorry.
I'm going to give you some good stuff for some Norco.
Okay, fill it out. Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to watch the beginning of the movie because hearing her voice, even though I saw the clips that you were showing me, so I was expecting the voice coming out of this woman's beautiful. She looks like she should have a sultry voice.
Michelle A, the real Michelle A.
The real Michelle A is a beautiful woman.
Still.
Yeah.
Still very pretty.
Still very, very beautiful. And like when she talks and she's like, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you saw her in person, it's a good outside shot. You elbow her.
It's how I felt
just
when
to keep distance.
I used to love reading Bill Simmons when he was on ESPN2, and the first time I heard his voice, it fucked me up.
I don't know his
Similar.
voice.
It's higher and weirder than you think it's going to be.
Really?
Yeah, and you're like, I don't know. I don't like this.
Go, Christine, give us the opening scene.
I grew up at South Central. Gangs, guns, and hip-hop all waiting
It's
to
like Summer
explode.
Rain.
Yeah.
Welcome
Gangs,
to my
rapes,
neighborhood.
nursing
Welcome
homes.
to my neighborhood.
When it goes down,
Hey, down here. It's me, the little mouse. Watch out, you almost stepped on me. L.A., my town. My city, city of angels. But I found out it's mostly devils.
Did she say that?
no.
I think she says something like that.
She doesn't, does she really?
I think she does.
Of course she does.
Let it play.
Under the bridge.
Go back a
Is
little
she
bit.
just doing Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Sometimes I feel
Just like that.
under the bridge downtown is where I found some cheese.
Dude, it is.
Stuart Little.
Yeah.
Gangs, guns, and hip-hop all waiting to explode. Welcome to my neighborhood. Dr. Dre, NWA.
That doesn't seem real. That face matching that voice, it looks fake.
Oh, yeah. It does, but
It's real.
yeah, I've known it for years. She has the cars bouncing behind her.
All right, so Big Sleepy, if you could hit the car up right now, just like how they're directing it.
Oh, very big artistic expression is sometimes there's scenes where the girl playing her is doing something like going back to Dr. Dre or something, and then actual Michelle A's in the room going
Walks
like,
through it.
I wish I would have known then that if I went back, he was going to keep doing it. I didn't know his right hook would sting as bad as it did. I had no idea the whole time we were broken up, he was training. I didn't know he kept a spit bucket next to the bed in case he was tied in between rounds.
Wasn't one of the storylines that her grandmother told her that
That's how it starts. That's how the whole movie starts. Is her grandmother's like, "Bitch, you better learn how to take a whooping."
she goes, if a man don't whoop you, he don't even care.
Yeah, which is
It's
crazy.
like all bad. And then she comes back at like 45, and her grandma's like, "Oh yeah, I was fucking around.
I don't know, it's the stuff you say to your kid, you know?
That was dumb." Did I say that?
Did I say? I don't know. I'm
sorry.
I'm ill now.
I built my whole life around that theory, Grandma.
Oh, you dummy.
I never got a deep voice because I thought they would hit me more if I did.
My voice never matured because I didn't want to get hit differently.
I didn't want to get hit closed fist.
Straight out of Compton and into the world. Everybody keeps asking me, girl, why you ain't in that movie? You was there. You was down with Ruthless Records, right along with them boys. That movie ain't about me. That's them telling the story they want to tell. History gets told by the winners. I got my own history, my own story about a girl from the hood. I am Michelle A.
And this is Surviving Compton.
It really is right away. She's a little kid. She's like, girl, baby, let me explain something to you.
Boy's gonna beat your ass.
Boy's gonna whoop your ass. Thing's gonna love on you fine.
And when they're writing that, they're like, this is good. This is good. This is the Tale of Two Corys treatment.
Oh.
It's just clearly they're in the room writing the movie with them and being like...
You're not wrong, because I'll tell you, she's got a chin like a fucking Klitschko brother.
Dude, she's Rocky.
I mean, he beats her unmercifully the first time that he really goes to work on her in the bed.
Yeah, which is... do you have the time markers? You have time markers.
Oh, yeah.
Because that is...
I've got some time markers.
That is the scene where I was like texting you guys. I was like, there's zero progression in him being abusive. Is just straight up like viciously abusive.
Yeah, one day it was full force. He goes, I'm going to rearrange your face the first time. He goes, and then look, sometimes it might not be that bad.
So I'm going to start it bad, and then we're going to kind of play with it. We're going to tinker with it.
And it'll probably never be worse than that.
So that's pretty cool.
So like you've got your bookends.
I didn't hear no bell. You stop this fight, I'll kill you here. Oh, no, I'm not
He goes,
getting...
Michelle A. It's easy. Michelle A. This is how fucking Apollo Creed got killed.
Yeah.
Shut up. Don't you stop that bell. Don't you stop this fight.
Easy. She's not getting beat. She's getting mad.
I'm pissed. Come on, hit me. You gotta hit me. Hit me. You ain't so bad. Hit me again. You ain't so bad. You ain't so... My mother hits harder than you.
Yeah, dude, this movie is just her walking through ass kickings the entire time. I mean, it really does. It stops to be like, remember this hit? Well, I got my ass kicked when they were making it. And then it just goes to the next song where it's like, remember this hit? Yep, that was me getting beat in the studio on that one.
I can't.
And Dre just walked through it. Signed that fucking Apple deal. Was like, Michelle who?
Oh, he's a billionaire.
Michelle B?
Remember they filmed the phone call of him finding out he's a billionaire?
Yeah. Remember when Tyrese almost ruined it? That was...
Yo, my boy just got off the phone, made the biggest deal ever. You heard it here first on Tyrese's Instagram.
On Facebook. It was a Facebook stream. And he's like, that's it. We got billions of dollars. And Jimmy Iovine and Dre were like, fucking Tyrese.
They're like, Jesus Christ, Tyrese, please stop.
Dude, my friend's a billionaire.
Baby boy's gonna get a cool 50 mil.
I can't imagine being like, that's Dan and Katie. He beats her ass once in a while.
Yeah,
like,
whatever.
We just looked the
But
other
the
way.
voices are so good.
Dude, me and Christine, like, leaving your house awkwardly when we just hear you wailing on the other room. He goes, I guess dinner's over.
Yeah, we better get
go.
out of here.
And
Or
then-
you guys are
and
trying
then
to do a bonfire
when
meeting?
we see Katie, we pull her aside and go, Katie, you don't have to deal with that.
It's okay.
Dan comes around the corner and goes,
He's good to murder.
Dan comes around the corner and goes, what are you guys talking about?
What's up, guys?
Nothing, dude. He goes, don't put no crazy ideas in Katie's head.
Hey, Katie, change that sweater.
That's it.
I think you like the sweater.
I don't think you do.
Katie, may I have to talk to you in the other room for a second?
Hey, Katie, can you walk Myrtle?
I better
Can I
go
tell you
walk
something?
her.
I love Katie. I really do. She's family to us now. But there's no way she's got a chin like Michelle A.
I don't even think any of the men in this room do.
It's very possible, dude.
I'll tell you right. I'll tell you right now. I'm out.
Oh.
You can put me right there
And
with
a guy full mounts me in bed
In
and just
silk
takes
boxers?
five drilling shots to my face. Dude, I might be going to sleep, I think.
ground and pound in your own bed, out of nowhere. When you go for a kiss and a hug,
Doesn't tap. She doesn't even ask him to stop. In fact, he would have been like, you want another? She'd probably be like,
Yes. Oh, wow. Can I have another dish of that?
So they show
a kiss. I'd have called your mother.
the first 10 meetings, the first 10 minutes of the movie are the courting process of like Dre coming by, them in the studio, her talking about how singing's her only talent. The guy, whoever ran the first group that Dre was with, found her.
Alonzo, the wrecking crew.
Yeah.
World-class wrecking
She's just
crew.
singing in a store.
Yeah.
And he just walks up and is like, man, I love that. Can you actually go to that? It's one of the first scenes. It's one of the most biopic things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's pretty quick in the movie.
Right here. There it is.
Yeah. By the way, what he should have done is tapped him on the shoulder and be like, hey, can you shut the fuck up? There's other people shopping in here.
Hi, Mighty Mouse.
Hey, can you stop singing at full volume in a fucking, I mean, come on.
And I love... I'm
Jesus!
Miss, I'm trying to try on these slacks, and I can hear you from the fitting room.
Yeah, you're like, does she work here? Because what the fuck is happening?
And then it is clear, like, these are one of those bad productions where they can't get the right cameras to make it look like the 80s. So they're just hey,
sure.
it's all people in wigs and costumes, and you guys will be able to tell. Because the guy that runs the Wrecking Crew has got the worst wig, like 70s wig.
Also, every girl who's made a hip-hop star in these movies, like that's famous now, Little Kim and stuff, when they always start off, they're always wearing like some sort of a pantsuit.
Yeah, why are they always dressed like Murphy Brown?
I have no idea. What's their other jobs always?
Yeah, is it junior senator? And then they show up and get hired into these bands. They're all dressed like they're going to pitch a bill.
Madam President?
Excuse me, Madam President. I heard you singing while you touched that mannequin.
They're always like, did you guys leave fantastic jobs in rap? Because
were you guys steadily in corporate America?
In the Biggie movie, like Little Kim shows up in the same kind of thing. Yeah. She's like, I have a good job. I don't need your shit.
Yeah, and he's like, how about I just...
He's like, your titties are great, but I can make you a rapper. She's like, okay.
If you speak fast and suck my dick, I'll make you get a bunch of surgeries and they carve up your face.
I'm not going to stop till you look like Bert from Sesame Street.
I've always wanted a real-life Jim Henson Muppet, so I'm wondering if you could take the knife to your face until you're startling when you walk in a room. Yeah, this is her singing. This is Michelle Acey.
You look like Black Joe Rivers.
I don't know. It's like Dark Crystals, but worse.
You don't remember Joe Rivers with Red Carpet?
Remember? Oh, man, she used to roast everybody. Her daughter.
Man. She didn't fuck around. No, Melissa? Hell yeah.
No, that's nepotism.
Florida New York royalty.
Oh, yo, shout out Joe Rivers, baby. Yo, she be talking bad shit. Dude, Biggie doing CPAP commercials now. If he was still alive, yo,
he's like, if he just goes,
I'm the king of New York, he goes, but I was sleeping like a pauper. I
thought he was looking. He goes, He goes, hear that?
That's
hear
my
that?
That's my
CPAP. CPAP's gone. He goes, CPAP worked.
That was me 10 years ago.
He goes, now I'm fine. Look at that. Clear right up.
Also, my sciatica cleared up. Let's go to...
My type 2 diabetes has subsided.
Sleep is the biggest healer.
Alex Trebek, you're right. We should get a reverse mortgage.
Oh, thanks for bringing that up, King of Trivia. From the King of New York to the King of Trivia.
Jimmy Walker ain't just talking shit. He's being honest. If you want to get your pills at discount prices and Medicare's not covering you...
What happens if you fall down, but your homies ain't there to pick you up?
Life alert, yo.
I'm a big man. I don't want a Kathy Griffin song about me when I meet God. He saw his face.
He saw Jesus. I could tell by his dead face.
He fucking freaked.
Frank Gifford's face was like...
melted. Just like...
he either saw Jesus or the Ring video.
Or Ra's al Ghul. Right before he got...
I turned the corner. He goes, did you find him peacefully in his sleep? He goes, he was dead. It didn't look peaceful.
Quite opposite. I found him petrified.
It looked like he was lurching away from something that was coming at him.
I think what he was looking at was not human.
Maybe like a Cloverfield or something? It seems like he was looking at something he's never seen before. I just went with Jesus.
I went shock and awe.
He goes, Frank, it's me, Jesus.
You're Middle Eastern?
God, this is her in the store meeting Lonzo.
This is her just out on the floor.
On the shores of nowhere, looking out to
the lady who's working it did turn around and be like, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, she works. She does work there.
Yeah, dude, look at him, though. I love him. Just in his chain, just waiting.
He's yeah. I love when they you could tell they definitely put a wig and like beard on a guy.
100%.
Like none of that is real on him.
He's dressed like undercover boss. Like, do you own the store?
No, I do not. My name is Tyrell, and I am a hip-hop producer.
I am not Dapper Dan, nor do I own this store.
I'm not Roscoe's Ribs, if that's what you're thinking.
I am not.
I'm just here to enjoy some of your flavorful meats.
Do the other employees like to sing as well as you sing?
It's a little disturbing for the guest, I think, right?
I think if I was buying a suit, I wouldn't like a woman all squawking around.
Damn, I would hate that if I was trying to buy a suit.
Then
I'd
shut
interrupt
up.
somebody. I'd interrupt somebody fucking singing religious anthems.
And then you get hit with that mouse voice.
Hi, can I help you with?
Go back to singing. She's like,
Welcome to Men's Warehouse, where you're gonna love it, I guarantee.
Why does she sing? Oh, because watch when she does it. Go ahead. She goes,
We have suits, tuxedos.
Okay, yeah. No, you're right. Sing.
Formal wear, loungewear.
A vest might top this outfit off.
you ever thought about cufflinks? What about cufflinks?
It's the details like that that make you stand out at a black tie fair.
This is her just singing, and an undercover boss is watching her as he goes through some socks. Like, okay,
Who's this singing bitch?
who's this fucking nightingale?
Excuse me, we're supposed to be selling suits, not fucking squawking your nonsense.
It's a religious song.
Yeah.
How do I feel when I feel like
They didn't show one white person in that store just shaking their head.
This is
I'm not going to say anything, but I mean, come on.
this is the only
It's in the background. I'm not going to complain, but I mean, like, what the fuck?
this is the only place in the Los Angeles area I can get designed suits like this.
so good.
This guy's in there buying a suit, and he's got it on a jacket and no shirt.
Love it. Love that. Love that combo. I would fucking kill to be able to comfort with not sweating through that jacket.
I dress like that every week at Skank. If I could.
Just wear a jacket with
An
no
open
shirt,
jacket.
with chains on.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God, the comfort. That's why those guys are always so sexually aggressive. Because they feel so good.
Yeah, they're already fucking, they already know people
halfway
going.
there.
No one's looking and going like, that's not a good body.
Yeah.
Everyone's going like, it's a good body either
I'll see
way.
more
you
of
know?
it. Even if it's not muscular.
Yeah.
Musculature.
It could be
still-
thin. It
Yeah.
could be thin.
When you touch my kiss, you scared me. Oh God!
Oh, God.
Oh God.
Be with you tonight. So good. So
Miss, you have a shitter in here?
I'm looking to poop. Where can I poop?
Yeah. You have a shitter for the public?
Hi, I'm also in the movie The Eric Dickerson Story, Rushing for Glory.
Yeah. I play Cuba Gooding in Cuba Gooding. This is your life.
Hey, I just walked off the lot. I was playing.
Yeah, they figure I already had the wig on. Might as well come over and play another black guy from the 80s.
Honestly, I think they're breaking union codes.
I can only do a couple scenes because this is also the wig that Eazy-E guy's going to wear.
I also have to go back and be at the set of Prime Time, the Deion Sanders story.
I'm also doing Blue Bloods later.
So, I'm in a bunch of stuff. I'm in the prequel to Boys in the Hood called
Kids.
Babies in the Hood.
Yeah, Little Boys in the Hood.
Lil.
Master Alonzo.
Can I help you with something?
Oh, you sure don't talk like you sing.
Yeah, most people don't.
Came
Burn.
in for some socks.
By the way, he was being pretty cool. She goes, yeah, most people don't. He goes, yeah, but you know what the fuck I'm saying. You really don't sing like you talk.
Shut the fuck
Like
up.
one of them is fake.
He goes, ooh, someone's going to punch you for that kind of attitude someday.
Yeah. She goes, nobody sings like they talk. He goes, don't turn your back. Bitch, you know the fuck I was talking about. I'm trying to buy a suit, you twat.
They
You just
really-
walk, you turn your back on me?
They really should have foreshadowed it, though.
Oh,
ooh,
yeah.
someone's going to punch you. You keep talking like that.
He goes, girl, you going to get punched in your face talking to people like that. Not me. I ain't that kind of dude. I got a friend, though.
I got a friend you might want
I
to
like
meet.
it to meet. Bring that shit to him day one.
My friend Andre. He's going to beat the shit out of you.
Yo,
You talk like that.
show up with that fucking attitude day one. See what happens.
You get popped right in the kisser.
I'm telling you, this guy does not, he doesn't tell you twice.
I'll tell you, my friend Dre is going to have you singing a different song. You bring that attitude up here. You bring that shit here.
He goes, yeah, just keep that shit here before you come to the studio.
Keep that shit here at J.C. Penney's.
He goes, I'm still going to bring you to the studio, but like, curb that shit.
Ooh, bitch. You're going to get your button pushed talking
maybe,
like that.
Maybe in this tuxedo rental shop, you can talk shit like that. But
Maybe-
I'm telling you,
Maybe at Mr. Majestics, you can snap on people like that. I'm bringing you.
you come to Rashid Suit Emporium.
Oh, my God. So this is the guy that recruits Michelle A.
Yeah, it's
to,
Alonzo. He's in the other movies and stuff too. He's the
He's the guy
head
that
of
fucks over Dre.
He's the World
in the
Cup
beginning.
Wrecking Crew. I think he owns the venue they were like playing at too. So it's like he's the main guy. They were about branching off from him and doing NWA.
My group, World Class Wrecking Crew, about to record in a few hours. Girl singer dropped out. I need somebody fast I can get on the track.
It's always in a few hours. It's always right then and there in a biopic. It's never 2 weeks from now. Let me call you. We'll rearrange some stuff.
No, here's the better thing. Is overanalyze this. Is we need a couple hours. The girl dropped out. Me, I was in here casually hanging out at a suit store.
Buying socks. Socks, not a suit.
Was he buying socks too?
Yeah, he says, I was just here to get socks. Just heard your little chipmunk ass.
He goes, yeah, I'm here to get socks. He goes, yeah, I was just buying some socks in between dealing with the problem of we paid for studio time and our girl singer dropped out completely. But
I'd probably say
guys, I'm just gonna go grab some socks and figure out something.
And you know what? Easy and Dre and Ren and Yella, they all knew. If I go buy socks, these clouds will clear up.
Yeah. He goes, you know what, Lonzo? You know, we're all getting a little testy here.
Guys, calm down.
He goes, Lonzo,
get your socks.
Go buy socks. When you come back, I know your brain. You're gonna have something.
You're gonna have the answer. So, guys, we'll just
wait for this motherfucker to buy socks. He goes,
just let him work.
Let him buy the socks.
It's his process.
Watch what he does.
Just process.
This motherfucker's going to buy socks. He ain't even got a shirt under his jacket.
We need a singer, a female singer.
Let Lonzo buy socks.
You better go buy an undershirt. Sweating through that jacket.
Want to help me out?
I've never made a record before.
Yeah, but you can sing.
Oh, really? You didn't? I thought you made a ton of records selling suits here.
I've never made a record before. Really? You're the one person. And no one has. Yeah, why wasn't she like that? He goes, no one has.
Yeah.
Remember? No one sings like they.
Remember when you were shitty to me 5 seconds ago?
I never made a record before. He goes, and now you're not either for that fucking funky ass attitude from before.
Takes his card back.
He fucking couldn't give her a slap. He goes,
I'm a different guy? I'm a different guy?
2 more minutes with you? I'm telling you. I couldn't have held back.
What is it about you that's so hittable?
I don't know, man. I just want to put 5 right in your face. I don't know what it is. You seem like a lovely person.
I don't know. You've really helped me with these socks.
You made the experience pleasant with the singing, but
I don't know what it is. But I just want to turn my hips and I want to follow through.
He goes, you open your mouth, and I mean, I want to give you not even like a lesson teacher, like a real put you down.
Like you're coming for my family. Like you're the.
I want to hit you like it's me or you.
I mean, I'm talking about a real phone booth fight. We're in a phone booth and we're battling it out. All right, what time markers do you have? Because then she goes. Do you have anything from when she goes and sings for the first time? Dre is just kind of shitty to her the whole time. He's
like that voice, but then she sings and everyone's like, she's great. Right away, they think she's great.
They do the thing though while she's trying to learn. They do this in biopics where they're like, you got to sing. She's like, I don't know how. And they're like, we need it. We need it right now. And she's like, I don't know.
And they go, one take.
Oh my God. You did it. Perfect.
I don't know. I'm so nervous. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just a church girl who's never been in the middle of Compton in a studio with a bunch of aggressive men. No. You guys got all this wallpaper.
So that's what happens. She ends up singing.
Sings good.
Sings very good.
Before you turn off the lights.
Is she lip syncing the whole movie? Right?
Yeah, she's lip singing Michelle A. Actually,
she's doing the actual.
Cause I'm a hell of a woman.
Great lip syncer.
You think that was the audition?
100%. Wait, hold on.
See, and Dr. Dre's like, oh man,
I could beat the
I
shit
could really
out of
deck this bitch.
I could really fuck this lady's life up.
What if he's not even paying attention to music? He goes, you think if I punch her in the face hard enough, the headphones will still stay in the air for a second?
Do you think I
can punch her right out of the headphones? Bet me I can't, Easy.
I bet I could punch her so hard she wraps around my fist. Easy goes, I don't know, man.
He goes, I tell you, I clock it. 3 seconds those headphones are in the air before they drop. That's how fast I'm going to knock her out of them.
Quick, let's do a abuse rodeo.
Hey, Ren, you want some of this?
He goes,
Yo, you want to get a slice? He goes, nah, man, she already beat up.
Nah, man, you already hit it. She
She
already bruised.
Nah, she got to let her heal up a little bit. Then I'm going to start practicing low leg kicks on her.
Muay Thai. That just came from the Orient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, Dre, where you been all day? Doing some tracks? He's like, nah, I've been Muay Thai, callousing up my shins.
I've been rolling out my nerves with a cookie dough roller, and making sure all my nerves are gone on my shins so I can really snap this thing into
I'm trying to really see if I can crack a rib or something with my legs.
Do you remember Kickboxer when Tom Poe was kicking the wall? That's basically what I was doing.
Basically, I'm doing. But Michelle A is my Tong Po wall.
So instead of a wall, it's Michelle A.
Yeah. My minute markers, because I don't know if these are jumping around too much. I hope not.
Let's go by times.
No, I have them in order, but I've got
whatever you get. Here's the great thing about the show: wherever you land, we'll just go from there.
I got 5 stamps.
Okay, that'll probably take us through the whole show.
Probably.
Christine, if you go
I put this in because I wrote. This is what I wrote. 31 minutes into surviving Compton, Dr. Dre's violent.
Okay, hold on. Now that's the scene. Wait, hold on. 27 minutes was the first scene.
I've always had a passing interest in numerology.
No, it wasn't.
Wait.
That's him getting shitty. He's not liking her shining.
Got it. Go earlier a little, Christine. If you could go to where they meet the guy that the movie is dedicated to, Jerry Heller,
played by Jamie Kennedy,
which I did not notice.
A Jamie Kennedy turn. Can you believe this movie wasn't more? That was my first thing. I was like, how is this movie not like a bigger story? So this one starring Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah, show the scene where Jamie Kennedy's right here on the bus. This is it, because this is how it jumps around. Where they're like, "This is it, guys. Now you're on tour. Now you're rich."
Now there's going to be a bunch of naked white women around for some reason.
We got 5 cities in 5 days. Okay, you're going to be tired, hungry, grumpy, and smelly. Guess what? I don't give a shit.
Oh, man. Jerry,
as long as you deliver on that stage, I'll get you all the booze, sleep, and showers that you need.
Man, what about bitches?
That you're gonna have to do on your own. Bitches ain't my job. Let's roll.
Is he doing a Chicago accent?
I don't know.
You guys, I'm going to have you naked on this bus like it's the Amistad. I'm going to have you on top of each other sweating.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of a problem.
Well, he thought he probably was hoping when he got a role in this movie he was going to be one of the NWA guys.
Yeah, he goes, am I going to be like Yella?
And they're like, no,
Jamie,
you're going to have to play a white guy who knows he's white in this one.
He goes, man, from Malibu's Most Wanted to Jerry Heller.
Oh, man, that's whack. I'm playing Jerry Heller. Damn.
Still remember his...
I'm going to write a slam poem.
His opening joke for a premium blend was like, I was eating a pizza slice, and it was like...
It was my premium blend.
That was your premium blend?
He hosted my premium blend, yeah.
But did he do that bit?
He only hosted one premium blend.
He only hosted one episode.
So, oh, yeah. Yeah,
that was your premium blend, dude. I remember that joke.
Maybe he hosted the whole season.
I think he did the whole season. Ugh. It was so bad. I was in college watching that, being like, "This is very bad."
That's
I don't know.
And then that's the season I did, though.
I don't know anything about stand-up, and I was like,
By the way, Paramount Plus. If you have Paramount Plus, do you know both of our specials are on there?
Yeah, I knew that. Is Premium Blend on there?
Yeah.
All of Premium Blend?
No, not the half hour. My half hour.
Oh man, they got to put Premium Blend up there.
Premium Blend's great.
Premium Blend was so great. Who's on your Premium Blend?
Shit, I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Lisa Landry.
Okay.
I don't remember who the other person.
I remember Patrice's was Patrice Goldman and someone.
Right.
I think like Lori Kilmartin. It might have been. I don't know. But it's like.
Yeah, Premium Blend was pretty cool.
Premium Blend fucking ruled.
Really quick, it was Lowell Sanders, Nathan Trehome, Lisa Landry, Jay Okerson, 2005.
Yeah.
Season 8.
6 years in the
Jamie
comedy.
Kennedy.
I was in Tucson. I was a year in the comedy.
I was 6 years in.
Yeah.
So weird.
And
That's
he did
crazy.
host the whole season.
I would binge fucking Premium Blends.
Yeah.
Go watch all of them because of that nostalgia.
So fun.
I loved Comedy Central Presents too. I was so mad when they switched it to half hour. I got it the second year.
The half hour.
It was called the half hour. I wanted a Comedy Central Presents.
Yeah. I think, Jay, you were the last year where you could pick your set design.
Yeah,
right?
because after him, they went to the just regular designs.
Yeah.
That they did it with the
Standard
lights.
for everybody.
Yeah. Because I remember
Vecchione, I think, did it after.
Vecchione and Nate.
Yeah.
And they were both like, I remember the year they didn't get it. The year after you was Kurt. Kurt did his after you, right? Because I went to Kurt's taping with Tom Rhodes. Me and Joe List sat up in the fucking roof and in the ceiling and watched because it was all the way at the top. But then Vecchione and Nate the next year, that was when I started living with Vecchione, and he got mad he didn't get it. Him and Nate didn't get half hours. Both of them didn't get it. And they went to Nate's and got fucking hammered in Queens on that back patio. Nate was like, I think we drank an 18-pack of Heineken that night. And then the next year they got it. You were the last year. Kurt's was the last year. after Kurt. Of designing your own sets. Of designing your own sets.
Did Kurt have his own set?
Yeah, he had nothing because it's Kurt.
Yeah.
But Tom Rhodes had like a thing.
Okay.
And then after that, it switched to the half hour. And they didn't let anybody. But I wanted to present so bad. The way the Comedy Central, like the wording was, because I watched Attell, DePaulo, Patrice, Burr. There's so many people.
Yeah.
Yours was, I remember going to your, I've talked about this all the time.
Attell's like the bombing behind him.
Yeah, it's got the planes bombing, and he does the. If I want advice, I'm not asking a guy with one tooth. I'm asking a guy with one leg. Is it slippery? You know that joke. But
he's got information.
Yeah, he's got information I can use. But going to your premiere at Stand Up New York, I've told this story so many times, but it was the most scared I've ever been. It felt like I was at the big boy party in high school. It felt like I went to a high school party when I was in middle school.
That was Check Spot, Dan?
Yeah. I bombed so fucking hard on the second show.
09 it came out?
08.
No, 8.
Yeah, it was 08. So I was in the city for like maybe a year and a half at that point.
You were working for Daniela Walls?
Not at that point. That was only the first 6 months in 07. And then I realized what she was doing was a bringer, and I was like, this is gross. And then they were like, you can bark. And I was like, I'd rather bark. And I just went and barked for 3 months and then quit because it sucked. Yeah, dude, just standing outside on the village. Live comedy. Do you guys want to see live comedy? We got comics from HBO, Showtime, Comedy Central.
Live comedy.
Joe List would host the whole night. He would start at 7, and Daniela's show would go till like 2 in the morning. And Joe would just host. And I would just sit. I found out if I sat on that stool in the front, I could hang with like you and whoever came around, but technically I was barking. So like if like PJ or someone came out, I could just be like, comedy show, and then people would walk by and I'd be like, I'd try to get in the conversation with Jay and Nate. I'd be like, what are you guys talking about?
What's that?
But then Christy, the red-haired waitress that worked there at that time would give Joe and I massive shots of Jameson. Like if we ran to the back bar, she's like, you guys want some Jameson? And she'd pour like fucking doubles.
At the Boston Comedy Club.
Yeah, when it was Village Underground.
Oh, yeah,
it was Comedy Village. And I'd go all the way to the back, and she would pour like fucking thick shots, and that made barking so much easier. Because then I'm just sitting.
They're just out in the street. You're like, comedy.
I'm like Lippy. I'm like, that's a nice jacket, miss. You should come watch some comedy.
We're so on a tangent, but it's so funny to even think like those clubs when you walked in. It was so like, this is my club. I work this club all the time, and this doesn't even exist anymore.
And now it's a restaurant.
Yeah.
I did a show below it at what was the Bag It.
Bag It In.
And it was like, man, I remember going to your Comedy Central Presents because Wayne would give me check spots.
And that was up at Stand Up
New York. Yeah. And they're like, it's a big night. It was a Friday. It was like a fucking big deal. Patrice was there, Kurt, Nate. Everybody was there and it was like, for your half hour.
Yeah.
And Wayne was like, running around like a mother. Like he was like, the sandwiches are here. We've got Jay's sandwiches. We've got the sodas.
Classic Wayne. And he did.
Jay did. There's a lot of reasons why Jay did love Wayne.
Oh my God. He rolled out the red carpet.
Wayne took care of Jay like a doting Jewish mother.
That's exactly the energy that Wayne had when you went. He's like, everything's got to be perfect.
The problem
Jay's
was
going to smoke a joint, then he's going to go on stage, then we're going to pull it down, and then everyone's going to watch.
The same problem was like
he would go, and I was like, go.
The same problem was when he would go. Then he would go to like the Z Rock premiere party. The one time I couldn't be there, and the whole time he's on goes, I'm here with we're here with Jay Okerson and his Mrs. Jay Okerson, with Carla with her. Because Carla would tell me, she was like, oh God. And he was like, so maybe there is some more sangria back there you can find.
And you're like, please don't do this. But that night he nailed it, and it was so fucking fun. And I remember I did the first check spot, and I thought I was done. I was like excited because, it still is this. You are one of the most fun people to hang around. That's why, like, when you go on the road, I still feel this way, and we've been close friends for 15 years. But I'm telling you, like, you still have that. You still have that ability of, like, I still feel that, of, like, being around Jay, and you're like, this is fun. Jay's just like super fun, and he's funny, and it's always like, so when you're a young comic, Jay's very nice. He's a nice guy. No one's like that. Like in New York City, everyone's a dick when you're fucking barking, and because I understand it now. Because Todd Lynn, a lot of people hated Todd Lynn. I loved Todd Lynn because Todd Lynn kind of understood what I was trying to do before anybody, where he's like, Soder, walk with me. Shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I mean? When he'd be like, when you're around other comics, shut the fuck up. Just listen. No one wants to hear an open micer's take on a new special. He would always like say that shit when we go down to like the bodega by the village by the Comedy Village. He'd get a coffee and shit. And he'd be like, people hate me because I said, I knew he was a dick. He was a dick, but I liked him.
Sure.
But everyone else would be like, shut up, open micer. DeRosa was one of them, but DeRosa liked me.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never been that but you know what? It's funny. We did the Woke Turn Olympics for Legion of Skanks. One of the questions on the lie detector yesterday, we asked everybody if they like me more than Lewis.
Yeah.
And these are people that are like, they're Lewis disciples, essentially, and they're all like, yes. And the ones that said no found that we were lying.
Yeah.
Everyone just liked me more.
But what's crazy is because of you, I met Lewis and Nate. In like DeRosa I met because he was just doing stand-up, and DeRosa's super funny. So I was just like, oh, fuck. And it was fun coming from Tucson because I was seeing comics that it wasn't just like one or two headliners that were funny. Everyone was funny.
Right.
So I'd watch DeRosa, I'd watch you, I'd watch Kurt, and I'd be like, these guys are fucking unbelievable. This is crazy. And then your special night was like kind of, I would say, the peak of stand-up New York. That was
fun times. Dude.
After your special, Wayne got fired after Montreal. R.I.P. crackhead Scott, who looked like Chuck Norris on drugs. He was a mess.
I think I came in right after crackhead Scott.
Yeah, you did. Because it was you, Benji, and Becky.
You guys
had Benji. I brought in Becky and Mitch, and then when I left, Becky started managing.
Yeah,
and they started stand-up labs.
But you guys got it back up to like the weekends were packed.
I thought we really like had a good team going there for a little bit.
They were the best to me. You guys were the ones where I started doing spots there. Yeah, where they were like, "Oh, Soder's around." Like I would fill in.
Yeah, but
we became like a working comic.
Yeah, it was stand-up New York. I mean, stand-up New York is where I started because I would go there because Mike Britt early on in my career told Wayne, he's like, I like this kid Dan Soder, have him do the checks whenever I'm hosting on the weekends. And I got that call and I was like, I was in that same apartment in Astoria, and he's like, Wayne's like, hey pal, so here's the deal, Mike Britt wants you to do check spots. And I was like,
pal.
And he called me, he's like, Jay's big premiere thing, it really was. Now that I'm saying it out loud, your Comedy Central Presents was the peak of stand-up New York because it had, I mean, dude, Nate got his first weekend spot that night. I don't know if you remember that.
No, that sounds like Wayne. I'll allow it.
Yeah. Nate was nervous. I remember that. Nate, and I wasn't that close with Nate yet. And Nate's like, I mean, I'm doing, like, he was talking to Justin. Justin was hosting. Haley Boyle was on it.
Boyle.
It was like
I missed Haley Boyle.
Patrice was closing it. It was you, check spots, Patrice. And then I did the first show and I was like, this is awesome.
Did you see, this is too much of a tangent. You see Haley did the TikTok that says Schumer stole all of her jokes?
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah. I haven't watched the full thing, but I saw it.
I mean,
what from when?
I don't know, just like the act. I think
from
like her last special.
No. I think she's going back to like 2004 or something.
Yeah, but Jay's special thing was like, I remember being like, this is I felt like I was at the party and then I'd finished the check spot, so they're like, yeah, hang out. So I smoked weed with them outside. I was smoking weed.
Cheesesteaks from 99 Miles to Philly.
Yeah. We was eating cheesesteaks. I was starting to get drunk. Rick was bartending, so he was just hooking me up with free drinks.
Rest in peace, Rick.
One of my favorite people in comedy of all time. And I'm getting hammered. And then Justin was like, I didn't know Justin. And Justin's got that aggressive attitude. And I'm outside.
Kid.
Yeah. And
what do you need?
I'm coming outside and he goes, hey, I need a check spot. And I knew I was fucked up. I was like, yeah, I thought I was just doing the 8 o'clock. And he's like, hey, do you want a spot or not? And that was the sentence where I was like, I'll do it. And I fucking bombed in front of Patrice. It was one of the hardest bombs I've ever had in my life. I bombed so fucking hard. I was so ashamed that I got off stage. I've told you this. I got off stage, called my girlfriend, Annie, at the time. I was smoking a cigarette and I was like, I want to quit comedy. I just bombed in front of everyone in New York that I like. And she was like, it's all right. And then I was like, all right, fine, fuck it, I'll go back in. She's like, go back in and try to have
everybody
fun.
knew, though, that it was a check spot.
But
you don't know. Yeah, you don't know.
In my head, I was like, these guys
everyone was expecting something here, and I let them down.
Yeah. And then
like, no one cared.
Show comes to an end. Wayne gets all the comics and everybody inside. They roll down the screen. Kurt was dating Karen Margolis. I know that for a fact because I was sitting across the table from him, and I got drunk after I bombed, and then I had a full Budweiser.
Hey, Karen Margolis.
And I bumped my Budweiser, and it went over the table and spilled into Karen in Kurt's lap.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. And I picked it up. I was like, I'm so sorry. And Kurt's like, when Kurt gets into a situation, he's like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh my God. Dude, it was.
Thank you. Now I looks like I had pissy pants.
Yeah, I had to go. I just sat. You remember where the curtain was in the corner? Like when you walked through the curtain in the room? I just sat in that corner and watched and was like, okay, I
was a bad boy.
I really fucked this up. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Like those are the memories that I'm like.
You know how to throw a party for sure.
That was so fun, and that special's so fucking fun. It was like you had the different color, like almost like rock posters in the back. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
you did the fucking hand job from a lesbian in Alaska.
Good times.
Yeah, dude.
These were good times.
Puerto Rican guy banging on the thing. You're like, I don't know how he got there. Maybe.
I always say it's so funny. 2008 was like the economy fallout.
Yeah.
And it was one of my pinnacle moments. It was like the pinnacle before it went into the dry spell for like another decade or so. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like 5 years.
It was like, but it was like,
Skanks.
Like I said, premium blend, young in comedy. So I guess I was 24.
Well, you did premium blend, Comedy Central Presents, and then you had Z-Rock.
And then I did Z-Rock. Yeah, right, exactly. And I had all this, and then just like, but in 2008 particularly, I got, it was when I did the Nasty Show, which did get me in with like.
That was huge.
Like, yeah, because when I did New Faces, nothing. But when I did the Nasty Show, Patrice, that was that year also. I think I got asked to do a gala, like they were to do a gala also. And then like Z-Rock, and then the thing, you're going on tour with Korn, like those things.
I didn't know that was that year too.
No, it was like 2008 to 2010 is when all that happened. Then 2010, Z-Rock didn't get renewed.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, whatever, I'm still doing comedy the whole time. And it was just like, oh, dude, you were kind of like, you really didn't follow up enough on your premium blend and half hour and shit. So like, we're kind of done with you.
Really? But then, 5 years later.
David Tell kept me alive.
Yeah.
Do like a clip hosting show, and then they can guest star on each other's clip.
But they thought it was a great idea. They were so fucking proud of themselves in the pitch room when they were like, so
they said like after a year or
6 months. They go, after 6 months, maybe one of you guys can go on each other's show.
No, guess, but then it was like, and then like a year so we can see what your guys' chemistry. And we're like, this is insane. Like, isn't this idea based on the idea of me and Dan talking on the video or the audio you were given?
Only time I've ever stood up for myself, probably in my life, and I went, will you guys just get out of the way? And they went, what? And I was like, just get out of the way. Just let Jay and I do an hour together.
That was wacky.
And it was Witzke when we left. He was like, that is one of the funniest shows I've ever done.
Yeah, we were on. You guys were undeniable after we did our test shows, like 4 in a row.
Shows.
We're like, yeah, fucking tell us something's wrong with that, dickhead.
But Witzke
get people look like cake.
Yeah, yes. But and we just talked about like tasting dead people and shit.
I was also, if you recall, sometimes I was running in here. In between rehearsals for Ha the Musical.
Dude, I forgot. That's when we went to Ha the Musical. That's when I heard David Spade to this day still made me laugh when Bill Dawes does that. He was like the sexually creepy comic in the musical. And then he's like hitting on a girl. And this is David Spade behind me. We're watching the matinee. He goes, okay.
That was Casey Balsham walked out.
Like, all right.
I remember that was
the best show.
We broke the news that Robin Williams had passed on one of those
really?
Choke Jerk.
We didn't start Choke Jerk then, though.
No, we went back, though. It was.
Anyways, that's our surviving Compton.
But don't
worry.
Our surviving, for sure.
That's our surviving Sirius.
A lot of big names have been here. Well, we're not in that story. Howard Stern, Opie and Anthony. We're talking about people that could really do it. But that's not why we're here.
It's the Bonfire. You know that, though.
You've been listening to SiriusXM's Bonfire. New episodes every Tuesday through Friday mornings and full shows always on SiriusXM.